everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and we are going to do probably our last week of the, well, I don't know, last week in January, let's just say it that way, the Pantry challenge that is put on, Pantry Freezer Challenge that's put on by Jessica over at Three Rivers Homestead. If you haven't checked that out, just click on the hashtag down below. It'll take you to everyone's different channels that are giving you ideas of what to use from your home, from your pantry, from your freezer, and use things up. Use up some of your canned goods. Get that stuff used up so that way we can prepare for spring and summer when we have things producing out in the garden or sales going on and we want to restock our freezer and restock our shelves and stuff like that. So it's using what you have and getting it used up so things don't just sit there, you know. So anyway, so we'll see what we come up with this week, probably a week and a half. I've been doing about a week and a half because we've been extremely busy with our new little one here. He just ate. This is Whiskey Boo. And isn't he stinking adorable? So, and he's been a handful. But anyway, so with that, we've been doing a lot of that. So, and we've had a lot of little things we've had to do out, errands and stuff like that. So every once in a while we eat out or we bring the stuff home, and I've been using that kind of like as leftovers, and you know how that goes. I'm not letting anything go to waste though. So let's see what we can come up with for this last week in the challenge. And I probably will still do it for February, but so this will be the last week in January. So let's do it. Cheers! Okay, all we're going to do tonight, we're going to do like a pretty simple taco salad. I thought out a pound of burger. I did a half a packet of the taco seasoning. I never used a full packet for a pound, so I did a half a packet. I have lettuce in the fridge that I need to use, and some leftover corn chips that we can use up. I have a tomato that was in the fridge that I want to use up. I have two, but I think I'll only use one. And then we'll chop up a little bit of onion, and we'll make a little taco salad. Okay, went down and got my own salsa. Never do this. Oh, it smells so good. This. Look at that. Cut up this onion. We have some sour cream I'm using up from the fridge. I had more in there, but I just wanted to get this one used up. Chop up some fresh tomatoes, not that one. On top. And then with the chips. And there we go. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, here we are going to make some buffalo chicken sliders. That is my canned chicken that I did. There is a video on that. I'm going to use some red hot sauce that I had in the fridge. Mozzarella that's already open in the fridge. And look at how tender this chicken is that is canned. It is just beautiful. Look at how fine it gets. It's just like canned chicken off the shelf in the grocery store. It's just amazing. I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to add in some of the hot sauce to our liking. Get the right color consistency I want it to be. And hot sauce lasts forever in the fridge. So these are some Hawaiian rolls that when I ordered the low carb ones from Instacart, they didn't have them. And so they brought me these instead. I'm not going to let them go to waste. They were free. They did refund my money. So I'm using them. I'm going to use this ranch dressing I had in the fridge. Putting that over top of it. Just going to kind of brush it around. And now I'm just going to kind of spoon on the buffalo chicken mixture and put that all over evenly. You know, these are easy. You can make these sliders out of all different kinds of cheeses and meats, or just all cheese, different like Italian sliders, all kinds of stuff. Like just pull stuff out of your pantry, out of your freezer, and throw it on there. Now I'm just going to sprinkle the mozzarella cheese all over top. Oh God, I thought he hissed at you. I know, it smells good. Not when it gets right out of the litter box, but other than that, it smells good.
Smell from the litter box. I wish you'd get the shit out of your fucking eyes, though.
Well, he needs to be wiped off. He's got to learn how to wipe his little eyeballs.
Is this your little bean feet? Yeah. You want to look this way?
And I'm going to bake them at 350. And look at our baby.
Oh, he's
so cute.
I got you.
Dad just got home. So yeah, that's how they turn out. Delish. Okay. Another simple, stable dinner here. We have this carb diem penne pasta, which is really good. I get it on Amazon, and it's low carb pasta. It's actually really good. We just don't use it a lot, so I use it sparingly. There's a whole box in here. I'm not going to use the whole box. I'm going to do half of it and get that going. We're just going to do like a Cajun chicken pasta tonight. I'll explain here in a minute, but we'll get about maybe a little more of it in there because it's so good when it's done. So we'll definitely want a little bit of leftover. It's going to be a super quick meal. So this I had in the freezer. It's almost a little frostbit. Is that what it's called? Freezer burn? There we go. Frostbit is for people, right? Freezer burn is for food in your freezer. So it's never been opened. I just opened it now. I just took out a handful. It's already seasoned and it smells so good. This stuff is good. I got it when it was on sale and put it in the freezer and just have not used it. So I'm going to just heat this up in the microwave, kind of warm it up. I might even dice it smaller so we have a little bit in each bite, maybe. And then I'm going to make my own Alfredo sauce, and I'm going to put Cajun seasoning in it and doctor it up, and that's going to be what we're going to have for dinner. Hold on one second. Look how stinking cute he is. He's just cute. Whiskey. Look at Mama. What are you doing, huh? Hi. Yeah, you like the camera. Zip, say hi. He's starting to like his brother. Not super excited, but he doesn't hate him anymore. This has now become the play area in the kitchen, just so you know. He's got a few toys here. He's got this hooked. I hooked it to here so he can play with it. So when Mama's in the kitchen, he can be here. And he's got my magnet on the floor. That's a stuffed snowman magnet. Like there's 3 of them. I have one left. I don't know where the other 2 are. And that's his little blanket in a basket so he can snuggle down in it while I'm in the kitchen. He can just hang out with us. Okay, so I just threw some butter in. This is like a, you know, I'm going to just wing it like I always do. My heavy cream. I'm going to get this going. I may have to tweak it a little bit because I got my pasta draining right now. I just use the same pot. The pasta is just sitting in the sink right now. May have to add a little bit more butter. I really don't measure, so just please just look something up online and go by what they say. I'm going to put in my... So this has enough salt in it. This is like a Creole seasoning, Cajun seasoning, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to add some garlic powder in also. We're just going to let it get thick. Pepper. I got to fill my little bowls that have the salt and pepper in them. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, and I do add some Parmesan cheese. Okay, so I put the pasta in it. I'm just going to try and do this one-handed because I didn't get out my tripod. Mix it all in. Okay, I'm going to put in the chicken. Sorry, the stove is a mess. So it'll heat that back up because the chicken's been sitting here for a little bit in the bowl after I put it in the microwave. Okay, and I had one last Roma tomato in the fridge. So I diced a little bit up, put this on mine. My husband's not home yet, so when he gets home, I'll put some on his. I just love a fresh tomato on pasta of any sorts. So good. So anyway, you've seen me make this before in the past, but this is what I had. Some in the freezer, some in the pantry, and I had heavy cream in the fridge, so we are using what we have. Okay, you guys, tonight we are going to make enchiladas. I do have some tortillas, low-carb tortillas, and I actually have some of the little the street taco size ones also. But I'm going to use the bigger tortillas. I got out a pound of burger out of my freezer. This is the fair meat that I've told you about before in the past. And then I had onions down in the basement. So I only did like about a half of an onion. It was pretty big. So I'm sauteing this up right now. I have a jar of my own home canned enchilada sauce that I'm going to be using in the dish, and then we'll have some cheese, and I think that's about it. So we'll get this pulled together. Okay, I'm also going to put some cumin in. I did put some garlic in here too. I didn't show that. Oh, man, I love cumin. It smells so good. Some chili powder. Oops. And salt and pepper, if I can find it. Pepper. I'm just going to get it all kind of mixed up in here. I let it set for a few minutes and forgot that I didn't add the spices to it. So, kind of come back. Kind of cook down in there a little bit. Drain your grease normally, but this had no grease. I have not drained anything. This is how good this meat is that we get from the fair. It's so good. Oh. Alright, I'm going to put a little bit of my enchilada sauce on the bottom of the pan. And then we're just going to assemble these. You could obviously use black beans, also corn. I could have used my jalapeno corn salsa that I make, but I think I'm just going to do basic cheese, the meat, stuff like that, real basic tonight. So what I'm going to do is just take some mixture. use any cheese you have. I did have this in the back of my fridge, the Mexican style. So I'm like, oh, perfect. But I've used just Colby. I've used regular cheddar. Doesn't bother me. Extra cheese. Now, I'm not very good at rolling these things, so bear with me. Oh, it's an enchilada, right? Or is that a burrito? Do you do the inside thingies, or do you just an enchilada, you just roll it up, right? Yeah. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to do that. Okay, so I ended up getting 5 in here. Gonna add the remaining enchilada sauce. Obviously, you can, if you have canned, use canned. Use what you have. That's what this is about, right? Get it all down in there. Get it all nice and yummy. And then I had a little spillage, so we're just gonna sprinkle it on top. And the rest of the cheese. And you're gonna put it in the oven at 350. Cover it with some tin foil and bake it for about 20 minutes, and then take the tin foil off and then let it bake for another 10 minutes or so. Doesn't have to be exact. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm so excited. Look at that. That looks amazing. Yum. Okay, it's going to be a super easy meal tonight, but using stuff that we have in the freezer right now. I had, these are low-carb hot dog buns that we've had since the summer. They've been in the freezer. I just put them in, I think I got them on clearance. So I put them in packages of 4. I got like 2 or 3 things of them and put them in 4 because that's what we would normally eat them during the summer. You know, it's just Chris and myself. So anyway, so this is the last pack I have in there. They're getting a little frostbit, but that's okay because we're going to toast them up also. And then I pulled out, I separated it just now, put the other 4 back just in the fridge, so if I want to eat them. But I got these are jalapeno cheddar ones that I got on Flashfood a while ago, and I got like 6 packages of them in the freezer. So we are going to use some of these up, put them in here, and we're going to kind of like make a cheesy dog, like a grilled cheesy dog type thing. Using my pan just inside the grill pan that I have, and make those up, and I'll see what I do for a side. I don't know, we might be okay with this. I'll see if I have any cans of beans downstairs. I know I used to have some no sugar added, the grilling beans, so I'll see if I have any of those that we can throw with this. Okay, so I'm going to start with just one right now because my husband's not home yet and I want to eat at least one by myself. So I'm going to, I put butter on both sides, and I'm getting this started in the grill pan here. We'll just let it go. They're thawed out, and I did cheat and put them in the microwave on the thaw setting for a few minutes here, probably like 30 seconds. And we'll get them grilled on both sides, and then we're just going to use regular shredded cheese or whatever cheese. If you don't have buns, use toast or use bread. Doesn't matter. So while this gets started, I'm also going to take the hot dog, and you're going to cut it like, this is going to be even better because it's all cheese, right? Well, it's cheese and jalapeno in here, but regular doggies are just fine. We're going to grill it up a little bit. On the inside, they're not totally thawed all the way, so it'll work its way through here. So we're going to get these going. So while those are cooking up, I did find a can of these baked beans down in the basement. I do have, or my pantry, I should say, is in the basement, another full can. It's a big can, I know, but this will be good in my husband's lunch also. So extra items in his lunch. So that'll be exciting. And I might find something else to make with these. I don't know. Or some frozen kielbasa's that I had, or not kielbasa's, what are they called? Smoked sausage or something like that. We can eat these up. Okay, I flipped them. Remember, there's butter on the other side. I better turn this down a little bit before I burn everything. Okay, so like a grilled cheese, right? I'm going to put a little mayo on here. You don't have to. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to put some cheese on here. This is a leftover bag of shredded sharp cheddar. I'm going to get this melted up here a little bit, and then I'll try and squeeze it together. All right, look at that. I cut it in half at a fancy diagonal look, and I got my beans. Yummy. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed some of these meal ideas that we came up with, and using things that we already have around the house, in the pantry and in the freezer, and that's what this challenge is all about, using the things you already have and making meals out of them. I will say during breakfast, we eat a lot of leftovers. Normally we would eat eggs, but we don't have a lot of eggs, and I'm not going to spend a lot of money on eggs right now. So, you know, they're so pricey, so I'm trying to use them sparingly. For lunches, doing leftovers. So, yeah. So really it's just been a lot of leftovers, or like I might take some hot dogs out of the freezer and just eat a hot dog the way it is, not with a bun or anything. You know what I mean? So just little things like that. I have plenty of freezer meat, like the lunch meat that I bought from Flashfood when it's been on clearance before. So I just pull one of those out for my husband's sandwiches for his lunch. I've been using, we have applesauce that I've canned downstairs, so that goes in his lunch. I have been buying cheese because we are a cheese family here. So I do get cheese and put that in his lunch still, cube it up and everything. Trying to think of his normal things I usually throw in there. So sandwiches, the bread I did before we started this challenge, there was a clearance. I would have to buy the bread anyway, the low carb bread, but they had 2 or 3 loaves on clearance at Kroger's. In the back, they have like a little section for clearance bread and stuff, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, yes, it was like half the price. So I threw that in the freezer. So we're on, I think we got 1 loaf left, 1.5 loaves left of that. So that's really good. Yeah, so I've had different things. I've been putting pickles that I've canned in his lunch. So I'm trying to use the things we have, but if I have to do an additive or, excuse me, some people gave me a bag of like little miniature snacky cakes and stuff like that, and they're like, I don't want them in the house anymore, just take them. I said, okay. So, hey, I didn't have to spend any money on them. I put those in his lunch every once in a while. Get creative with things. I do keep buying bananas every week for his lunch. So things like that. But mostly we've been eating leftovers for breakfast and lunch. I think we even had that enchilada bake. We had that for breakfast, like for 2 days. No shame in my game. I'm going to eat that stuff. And then I had it for lunch, and I put it in his lunch. We ate out one day after thrifting, and we went to Chili's, and he had some pasta, chicken parmesan or something. There was so much pasta left that I had that in his lunch for 3 days, and then I ate a bowl of it myself. So I swear to God, they used like a whole box or whatever. There was so much pasta, and it was really big noodles. So anyway, nothing went to waste. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Check out the hashtag down below. If you click on the 3 Rivers Challenge, like I said, it'll take you to Jessica's page. It'll also take you to all the other people that are just giving you inspiration on what to use, or inspiration of how to use some of your canned goods that you've already canned, put away, or your freezer goods, or freezer meals, or stuff like that. So just check them out if you want ideas. Grab a drink, grab a snack, sit down, and get some ideas on what to use. Like if you have those canned beans at home, you're like, what am I going to do with them? I've had them forever. I want something new. I want a new idea. I'm telling you, these people are full of all kinds of ideas. So, till the next one. Cheers!